Hello, this is Sheshachalam from Astrogate Mysore. Today, let us complete the topic of Jupiter's transit in Pisces. Today, I have to cover two Rashis. That is, one is Aquarius, the other one is Pisces. So, from their perspective, what are the results for the natives who are born in Aquarius and who are born in Pisces are to be understood. So, we know that from Aquarius, Jupiter is now transiting in the second house, that is Pisces, which is the second lord and the 11th lord. Being the 11th lord, it is also known as the lord of growth, which is Upachaya Sthana Adipati. And being the second lord, it is also known as the lord of wealth, Dhanasthana Adipati. And also because it is the Karaka for family and food in one way, so it is going to give good progress in family and also excellent profits for those who are growing cereals and pulses, that is for agriculturals. So it's a good and positive move for people who are seeking a new professional life, that is for new entrants, for all those people who are just trying to get into the first job. This is the best move for them. And because from past 1 year they have had a lot of difficulties because of Jupiter in the Lagna in Aquarius. So that is people who had the ascendant, that is the second lord in the Lagna, they had good time, but it was highly, responsible, duty bound, very tough. So now the time has opened up and it is good time for them, and they can get into a good job. The cash flow will be free. They will have good cash flow. They can make arrangements for construction and building houses. This is a good period for Aquarius on the overall, but still, because from the second house, Jupiter aspects the fifth house, that is the sixth from Aquarius. So it aspects Cancer, the sign of Cancer from Pisces. If I count Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. So from Aquarius, it will be the sixth house, and that is the house of Roga, Ripu, and Runa. Runa means loan, so they will get good loan for construction business or for any business. And Roga, there is a chance that they might suffer, you know, complexities and difficulties which Jupiter will actually pose. I will be telling you that in few minutes. So people who are into insurance business, who are into profession which is involving insurance, research, commission agency, they will do very well this year. So family responsibility will increase because Jupiter is transiting over the Kutumba Sthana, and their life might be a little challenging also, because family pressure will also increase, because Jupiter's place in the second house does not mean that it's always a happy position for making property and money, but also there is a lot of other growth related things which is there in the family. Like for example, if a marriage has to be done, it's a good beautiful thing to happen, but still it is a lot of expense. So that's how this is related to, that it's not a negative expense, this is a positive expense. So with regard to health, diabetes, gastritis, obesity, these things might creep up. There might be problems like fatigue, there might be problems of the urinary disorder, there might be problems of the kidney. So this is not a simple and easy placement of Jupiter in the second house. It will give a lot of complexities. People who are already suffering from these complexities, please do not, you know take this particular period very easily. Be a little cautious and things will improve. So people who are having this sort of a position, like ascendant in Aquarius and or moon in Aquarius, moon in Aquarius in the nakshatras of Dhanishta 3 and 4, Shatapisha 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Purva Bhadrapada 1, 2, and 3. So you people should be very careful with regard to negotiations. So do not pull a negotiation to a level where it will not fruit at all. So do not unnecessarily stretch a negotiation thinking that you will win. So it is like, if you feel that you are in a considerable position, you should see that you should be able to wind up the deal, or else the deal might break. So be careful in this year. So do not unnecessarily press for further negotiations. Always you might even end up with a broken deal. So this is for Aquarius. So going on to Pisces, for Pisces this is an excellent year. Why? Though there is a Kendra Adipatya dosha associated with Jupiter being the first and the 10th lord, because of this beautiful position of the Lagna in the Lagna, that is transiting, the ascendant lord is transiting over the ascendant. It is an excellent period to do a lot of, resolve a lot of issues with regard to family responsibilities, and also people who were planning for children, because Jupiter is now aspecting the fifth house, that is Cancer, from fifth from Pisces. So people, natives who actually were waiting for having a child, this is a very beautiful year to plan a child. And also it's aspecting the seventh house, so this is a Raja Yoga. So those who are planning to get married, this is the year when actually it will resolve and you can get married. And also people who had some problems with their own father, so they had problems with their father, not own father in the sense that their father itself, I did not mean anything there, I'm sorry. So people who had any issues with their parents, particularly father, these issues can be resolved in this period. Plus, but please be aware that Jupiter is going to become retrograde between 29th of July and 23rd of November. Please do not unnecessarily try to do something in between that period of 29th July and 23rd November, because that's a retrogression period wherein actually what actually happens is that you will lose patience. So when you lose patience very early, that is not the time when you should start discussions and try to resolve anything. No issues to be resolved. So arguments should not be unnecessarily, taken up in that particular period of time. So people who want to go for higher studies, this is an excellent period for them. Students can make very good progress this year, who are born in the as a Piscean with Lagna as Pisces and Moon in Pisces. So in Pisces you have these nakshatras. Aquarius, it was Dhanishta, Shatabisha and Uttara, Purva Bhadrapada. So here it is Purva Bhadrapada 4, Uttara Bhadrapada 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Revati 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 9 Amshas in Pisces. So students who are born with this particular nakshatras, they can do very well in their studies this year. They can go for further research, they can go for higher studies. It's a beautiful period for them this year. There are some issues which actually, you should not overindulge into sweets, you should not overindulge into eating. So gluttony is a sin, we all know that, but still because of our cravings we start eating more, and that would tend to, start to build up in our body as a fat or cholesterol. So these people who are born in Pisces might have problems of the heart, problems of the, bowels, problems of the stomach, liver problems. So please do not indulge in alcohol, do not eat too much of sweet and chocolates. See that you are under control, things will be fine for you this year. So God bless you. This is a nice year for both Aquarius and Pisces altogether. So thank you for today's class.